Hey friends, and Happy New Year. Today we're going to be taking a look at our plans for 2024. So let's get started. So now that you see me go through that, you all, this was a neat little strategy that I saw. There's a page that I follow that's called the Self-Help Planner, and so that's where I saw that strategy. So I had broke my goals for the year, not just financial goals, but personal goals too, into what I want to do, what I want to have, what I want to be, and how I want to live. And so that's what you're looking at here. And so then I set a goal for each of those categories and then a habit to work on to go with it. So the two things that are going to be important to you all is we are planning on doing a fall trip in October. And so we're going to be using our 2024 savings challenge. We're going to try to have it done by October, along with some other little challenges to help us fund that trip. As far as debt, we are planning on making at least one extra debt payment each quarter. I haven't decided exactly which bill is going to get that extra debt payment, so that's coming later. And then just some other things for myself, like setting aside 30 minutes each day. And then I am planning on trying this strategy of applying the 80-20 principle this year. So that is what our goals are looking like. But these top two, those are the two that have to do with our budget. Now, so I'm going to get that out of the way. And so how am I going to track that? So I made some new sheets that you're going to see in the shop. I've already posted them. And so I made a quarter goals checklist that I'm going to be using this year. And so what you're going to see on there when I fill this in, it's going to be, the extra debt payment, adding another CD ladder in that quarter, and let's see, and then we need to try to add at least $585 to our 2024 challenge if we're going to get it completed by October. So that is the goal. So so that's the first page. And then to go with that, I made a sinking funds tracker. So for me, I'll probably, so I can track all of the different things, make more than one copy of this and just make it front and back. But there's the sinking funds tracker that'll come with it. And then for each quarter, I have a quarterly budget review. You'd highlight the quarter, fill in the income, your debts that you're working on, and so on, and where they are at the start of the quarter versus the end. And then finally, the last page there, my quarterly budget review. So any wins that we have, setbacks, how I'm feeling about the quarter, rating it, and then changes to make moving forward. Because, things happen, things change with the budget. I'll probably have a little change here coming up because some of our deductions changed and some of our insurance things changed with my school district. So that's going to look a little differently for me once those changes kick in this month. So let's see. So that is that. So if you like this, you all, it is in the shop already, and you can grab one and use it with me. I tried to make this as clear as possible, so let's see how I do, guys. You let me know. Okay, so then I used these sinking funds trackers, and I did a lot of condensing of the binders because it's easier for me if I don't have more than 3 of these. Like, if you're new to the channel, our bill money always stays in the bank. I don't take that out. And then our binders are for these other things here. So starting with the brown binder, and I have actually already gone ahead and stuffed this one for this week. I just did not get around to recording, guys. We are back to school, so I had a lot going on, and then some teacher training things this week. So yeah, I did not record anything, but it has been stuffed. So these numbers are before I stuffed this binder. All right, so in our brown binder, which is our main one, we have 9 sinking funds that we're focusing on. And so like our annual subscription things, we're trying to put 500 towards the save 500 for that. Our tags and taxes, 300. And so we have, those are due in June. And you see I have the months calculated for that. Medical fees, vet fees for our dog, so his shots, grooming, all of that good stuff. Back to school, car maintenance, graduation, because our oldest will be a senior this coming school year. And then our emergency fund, which that one stays in the bank. I just transfer it over when we get paid. And then vacation. And so I'll let you see those amounts. So our plan, we need to save at least $7,700 to cover all of those categories. Now, if we save more than that, that's great, but we at least need to get that much. And so far for these, we already have $436 in there, because remember, I went ahead and started in December because I was just ready to go. Now, I did have to tweak these a little bit after I changed the binders, so some of these changed because I was able to add from other challenges that we had done. All right, so that's it with the brown binder. And so that's, let's see, set that to the side. This red binder is where we're keeping our holidays and our savings challenges. So I combined these two. So the only holidays we're worried about this year are birthdays, Valentine's Day, Easter, our anniversary, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And so that's it. And then the rest of these are these challenges. So these challenges I'm going to be using to help us complete some of these things, some of the holidays, and some of our sinking funds. But we need a total of $2,075 to cover everything on here. And so far we have $684 in savings. And then finally, I switched what was in my sloth binder because I think I had my holidays in here at first. So the sloth binder has our personal things now. So like our investments, cash emergency, and cash emergency looks different because I did have my buffer in this one, and so I went ahead and combined all those envelopes, and it had $357 in there. So I took part of that and put it into the checking account with what we already had to create that checking buffer of $400. And so that's where that buffer money went. And then the rest of it, I added to our cash emergency, which puts our cash emergency at $245 now. So debt is going to be ongoing until we pay it off. We're just going to keep on. And then things like clothing, our personal funds, are all ongoing. My shop ongoing. And then our RV saving right now is going to be ongoing because we're adding so little to it right now. That is something that we really want to achieve, but it's not our main focus this year. So there we go. So this page comes to $1,400, of which our checking buffer is already complete. So grand total, we are trying to save a total of $11,175 this year. So a lot of money. However, we are going to work really hard to meet those goals. So that is it there. Now, as far as my budget binder, so I did grab one of these back in April when the budget mom was clearing out her warehouse. So I grabbed this for like $5, guys, which was great. I paid more for shipping than I did for the actual budget box. So what I did was I cut it up because I want to be able to pull the pages, and so I cut it up and put it in one of these, A5 binders. And so the only thing in there right now are those beginning pages with those 8 goals that I talked about, those main sinking funds. And vacation is also important, but it's not on this because I didn't have enough room on there. So, but these are the ones that we most definitely want to tackle. And so then I kind of reorganized those pages too, because I like, for whatever paycheck, I want the expense tracker right with it. I hate that all the expense trackers are like at the back of the month. That drives me crazy. So I reorganize it, and I lost a couple pages, but that's okay, and because it worked for me. And so I just changed it around, and so that's what we have. So then I could put that in there with everything. All right, so we have, let's see. So then challenges wise, we have one challenge that I do want to add to today. If you've been watching, you know we're doing Knockout for Debt. This is the one we're going to add to today. Here's our 2024, what we have worked on so far before the new year. So we have knocked out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7 of these already. So we have, I think it's $271 towards this challenge. We're still working on our coin challenge, guys. We have, we've made it pretty far, but now we're getting up to these numbers that are larger, where it's $3 and some change for each of these bubbles. So it's kind of slowed down, even when we put a lot of change in there, because the numbers, we've hit the large numbers now. And so that's it. So back to this one. So my 52-week challenge, the way that's going to work is I'm going to roll the die, and I'm going to pull out, just to save a little bit extra. I thought this was great. I think this is, it's Tracy Monster Savings on Etsy. And so I thought this was cute little twist on the 52-week challenge. You never have a number. The biggest number you can get is a 6. And so I was like, that's perfect to save a little bit extra. And so you put your week number in there, which I'll probably do mine on Saturdays, since that's when I go ahead and look at how much we've spent for the week and what's left over in our envelopes. And so I'll roll the die, pull the money from one of those envelopes to add to this challenge. So let's go ahead and do that today. And of course, I don't have my dice. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here we go. We've got our dice here. Just gonna grab one of these. And let's see what we get for this week. And I don't even know what we're going to do with this yet. So we have a 2. So let's color it. And then let's see. Alright, so there we go. So that's why on my other sheet you didn't see an amount for this challenge, because I don't know what it's going to add up to be. And so I'm going to put the 6th on there for Saturday when I drew, and there we go. So $2 will be added to that from my wallet. All right. Let's see which ones actually have ones. I think I'm gonna pull it from grocery this time, and I'll just work right through. So there's our 2, and I'll update my tracker to show that. I'm gonna sit it to the side so I don't forget. Okay, so I'll add my 2 for that challenge. Let's see. So y'all, you'll have to let me know what challenges you're working on. I've tried to keep up and watch the videos this week of everybody in their goal setting. Well, where is it? There it is. So, but I'm excited for the year and what's to come. And you all, we're so excited about going on a vacation this year, because if you're new to the channel, my husband got a heart transplant 4 months ago, and so we can't travel anywhere for like the first year. Like, we can't be any further than 2 hours from the hospital. And we kind of skated that line just a little bit. Visiting my parents, we were probably about an extra 30 minutes further than we should be, but we wanted to spend time with family for the holiday. And so But yeah, so we're really excited about fall break coming up and at the start of the next school year, because we definitely will be right at the 1 year mark, about like a week after it. And so our plan, even if we don't reach the goal that we've set, which we are going to work very hard to do that, we are going somewhere because we are long overdue for some fun. All right, let me throw that back in there. And guys, that is it. So I tried to keep it short and sweet and explain what our plan was for the year. So let's see. And I think I've done that. All right, so then that is it. So can't wait to talk to you next time so I can let you know what progress we're making. It's going to be a great year. I'll see you next time.